Interesting to see what the players bring out as we go into our most common map right now. In the bottom left side, he's a good game gamer. He had a crushing first series, and he's in the blue in the bottom left. It is nice.
And over in the top right, the Zerg player in the red. This is Rex, represented by Onside Gaming.
I'm just trying to imagine how we could have a referee in the StarCraft match. Just he's like, offside!
Offside, yeah. Yellow card. Is it a yellow card for offside? I don't know soccer very well. Sorry, football, the world sport.
I mean, I think a yellow card wouldn't be for an offside ever.
No, yellow card, that's like serious.
Yeah, I mean, knowing soccer, I think you get a yellow card if you like punch the other guy in the crotch and then fall over pretending he hit you. And then they confirm it on video footage, and then they don't even fine you because, you know, it's soccer.
it's the real serious sins in soccer, like having the a slightly worse exact same fade haircut that everyone has.
I love that with certain sports always have like different haircut fashion trends that go through them. I like it whenever there's like a good hipster beards, and AFL are the best, man.
Dude, yeah, AFL's got some hipster beards, like 21-year-olds with giant like Grizzly Adams beards and curly mustaches, and they're like 20. They're like your brother's age, and also the mullet is back. Thanks, AFL.
The mullet is the best.
Yeah,
I love it. I love that ever since I've been really young, the mullet has never fully phased out in Sydney here. Like, there's always a few mullets on the street.
Yeah. It's just back in fashion, man. I don't know what happened. Apparently, Kiefer Sutherland and the Lost Boys started it. Oh, Warpgate immediately there for nice. So, potentially not a Stargate build. It could just be a later Stargate, but usually... Okay, there it goes. It goes down anyway. Just a little bit later.
Yeah. Still sticking to the solid fundamentals. Full pull-off gas for Rex.
Started Warpgate, cancelled it, trying to be a little bit cheeky.
Yeah. He was trying to do the cancel. It was still a bit late on the Stargate, though. Like, I think he had, like, 80 gas when he did it once he cancelled the Warpgate, so it was a little tricky. But I think Rex here with the Zergling going around the flank should be good now. Of course, Nice known for his trademark aggression, but no second chrono on the Adept. He's focusing on probes. So Nice is actually reining it in this game. He's going to try and play a bit more calculated up into that third base.
Right, the Adept coming in the main for a little bit of a look-see. Maybe a drone. Wouldn't mind a drone. There it is. And peace. See ya.
I like that he targeted the one in the pocket, because that's the drone that kind of has to move the furthest if he wants to do a spore trick. So it just makes it the hardest possible for Rex to react and save that drone. With some fancy micro details for Nice. Very, very clean.
All right. Yeah, the dust is settling here. Everyone's looking pretty normal. Get pulled out of gas there for Rex in the main jet base. Just caught that. So gearing towards that third hatchery. And I think the Overlord just confirmed the Stargate. Yep.
Yeah, Oracle is on the way. The spore in the main, dude. That's a paranoia spore. That is like, I thought I saw it. It was up a bit early, but dude, it's finishing like 30 seconds before the Oracle gets here. It's so early. I mean, Nice has definitely killed me with his first two Adepts and an Oracle before, so I understand why the paranoia is there. He has fantastic Oracle control. And speaking of which, here we go. Oh, it's just straight stasis trap. Interesting. Yeah.
All right.
Now, something I learned the other day is if you have two queens there and you instantly click on the stasis trap, it will die in time. Stasis traps have so few hit points, something we often forget. So you can actually target them down pretty quickly. Same reason, if they ever do it in the mineral line, you can just hit it with your workers, it'll just die instantly. So it's one of those things, if you react super quickly, great way to react. If you're not a very fast pro gamer, great way to misclick and just move your whole mineral line next to the stasis trap and get them all frozen.
Oh, gotta love that. I mean, we saw the dual oracles working in beautiful fashion for Nice and his PvP against Biostalk, and it really kind of does the same deal here in PvZ. Protoss and Zerg, the two races that have their workers two-shot by oracles. Double beams, all you need. It's the Terrans that need to triple beam.
That's right. The 45 hit point SCVs are way tankier there. Lair starts up at a pretty good time for Rex, but his economy is not that big. 44 drones at 5 minutes. And it looks like with Blink already on the way, that's such a fast Blink and +1. Nice will be probing up to 3 base, playing this Blinkstalker after Oracle style. It's a rather generic style. It's almost predictable in the current meta, but economically, Rex is just a bit behind, so I think he's going to really struggle to keep up with this.
Yeah, it's got all the gas drones just erased there by those Oracles. Got to hold down the D key and get those drones back. Lair nearly done here for Rex as he heads to the Roaches. An attempt at a stasis ward while multitasking here, getting some adepts into that third base mineral line. And he is just erasing drones right now, doing such a great job at harassment.
Oh, those Lings being out on the wrong side of the map, man. This is unnecessary damage and not a good start for Rex here. That adept does finally go down, but this has been a really good start. Stasis trap in the main court, only a drone and a queen. But Rex economy is just way too small, and if the Protoss player's ahead of you, dropping a fourth base already, oh man, pre-6 minute fourth. I just don't know if you can do anything here as Rex. The hope is to pull a Dark. Dark has done it a few times in this situation where you're behind as the Zerg, and you just knuckle down. Oh, that's rough. But yeah, you got to knuckle down on Roach Ravager and hope the Protoss just stays on pure Blinkstalker and overcommits to their aggression. That's really what Rex has got to do. He's playing Hydra Den. He's going to try and play the Lurker Turtle. I think that's one of the least effective styles when you're this far behind. I think you got to stay off the Hydras. If you go straight Hive, I'd be okay with it, but pure Roach Hydra, very hard counted by Disruptors. Now, don't discount it. We've seen a lot of Protoss players just stay way too heavy on Blinkstalker Sentry, take a bad angled fight, and Roach Hydra does really well if they get the right angle.
Yeah, Roach Hydra is, I mean, even just the Hydra itself is really good versus gateway units. It's just about the numbers, and the Zerg's going to have, you know, a bit of a tough time handling this many Stalkers this quick, especially when we've got charge lots on the way as well. I do see a Robo on the way here for Nice, and I like that because then he'll have a plan B if plan A doesn't do as much damage as he would have hoped. He can go into Disruptors or Colossi, either of which would be really fantastic here. Dropping the Templar Archives, actually, so going for tier 3 of the Templar tech. This means he can go towards Archon Storms. Even better, in my opinion. I like that a lot more.
Yeah, I really like the addition. So many gateways are up, cannons and batteries down, charges done. Robobait as well. I like the addition of that tech, dude. If you get a few Disruptors in here versus the Roach Hydra, it's massive. You don't need a lot, just 1 or 2. Don't overcommit to them. But Rex's tech is in a dead end. It's just Roaches and Hydras. Like, he's gonna be maxing in the next minute, and then he can attack with Roach Hydra and +1. I don't see a +2 starting up. Yeah, it's a big army lead, and I mean, don't get me wrong, Nice is diversifying a lot, but you're pretty all in right here. Like, you got to go across and kill him with double Robo Disruptor coming out. It's going to be a very narrow window. Rex has got to kick in the door.
Well, I think the window is now, and I think Rex has nailed the timing here. Is it enough though? Nice has got kind of an exposed Nexus over here. I'm not having a look. Okay, the shield batteries are done. He does have a cannon. He's starting the shield batteries now. He's got 1 in the back line, so he needs like a line of static defense here to fight next to with a bit of a channel to be able to pull back into when the Zerg overcommits. In comes the Oracles. They don't have much juice on them, so they're not going to be too helpful in this fight. Charge is done, though. Can the Chargelets come in and help? Yes, they can.
Good hold so far by Nice, but it's not over yet. Battery overcharge is healing up those Archons. The double Disruptor is here, and it is held, and there is no transition. Rex has not got a Spire. He doesn't have an Infestation Pit for Hive. This is, like we said, a dead end for his tech. Nice is up 10 probes. Rex needs to do big damage here. Does pick off some Zealots, but now that the Disruptors have arrived, he's in trouble.
Oh, and that Nova's going to connect pretty beautifully there. 6 or 7 Roaches going down with just a great connection with that 1 Disruptor. Cash money Disruptor there for Nice. And with the reinforcement of charge loss, it looks like Rex is going to be forced off the front lawn here.
Oh man, he's just getting shoved back. Is Rex? His supply looks okay, but look how quickly it crumbles the moment his line breaks.
Yeah, it's just supply inefficient against this army. You know, the Archon didn't need to die there, but that's just splitting hairs. This Queen Walk way too late, and now Nice can just really punish this overcommitment from Rex. Take some big losses to the Zerg army, and looks like he's even going to try and commit to a really big punish here and counterattack. This might be overdoing it for Nice, but he knows better than I do.
It's got a lot of Zealots coming in. I just feel like you got Disruptors there as well. He wants to clump first the Zealots, but then the balls are coming in. First one doesn't get a big hit. Second one does get 3 Roaches. He can always save the Disruptors. He's just going to warp in the Zealots, though. That's going to be Gigi Maynard. That is the big double G.
G Jizzle. Nice. 3 maps in a row. Plays 3 maps, wins 3 maps. That's how he does it. That's his region right there.
So quick as well. 10 minutes. Crisp game 1. ahead from start to finish. The Oracle's diving. Their first waves weren't doing that much, but he just kept going after it. And then those 2 Adepts was where things started to slide away, even catching some Queens while having completely unimpeded macro at home. Nice early game is so scary, and I really wish I could, say, oh, this is what Rex should have done differently. But it is so hard to navigate the early game against Nice. He's just so good at getting the damage. It's really these minor details. It's tiny little things. The Spore in the main was way too early. I guess that's the one thing I can point to, in that Rex was kind of putting himself a little behind by going for that. But I really think if you just get 2 Queens in each mineral line and really like hug those positions, never send all your Lings across the map, because Nice is a master of shading those Adepts in. Great play by Nice.
Yeah, he's looked really very much in control, and he's been outclassing his opponents in the last 3 games. Now, I do think that Rex and Nice are a lot more closer matched, and I do hope that after the break, we get to see a lot more of a closer game for Game 2. So guys, don't go away. We'll take that break, and we'll see you soon. G'day StarCraft fans and welcome back to the DreamHack Masters main event here for the Taiwan, Hong Kong, Japan, Macau region. The Valencia/Summer 2022 Season 9 main up with me is Pig. And we are in the midst of our series between Nice and Rex, with Nice currently 1-0 up. Rex looking to try and tie it up in game 2 though. Can we get a 3-game series here for this region? I don't know, man. I feel like it's going to be, this series and also the next one with Haas Lemon. I feel like we have a pretty clear favorite in all 3 of them, to be honest.
100%, mate. And definitely Nice is the clear favorite. I'm still rooting for my boy Rex. I feel like he just definitely didn't get his economy going as well as he could have in that last game. It's hard to. This is the Nice effect. He doesn't let you play your game. He gets in there and attacks you and keeps you under his thumb. But Rex definitely can fight hard and get back into this series. He did dispatch, of course, of his opponent in the very first match. So, you know, it's definitely still possible for him to kind of bring it back and fight back from there. He's just got to kind of stitch things together, get it going. Obviously, the 2-0 over Go-Go Joey was very kind of just dominant, clean, crisp play. Very aggressive play, though. It does feel like Rex is timing attack oriented today. It seems like those are the strats he's confident bringing in here. So one problem is that is we saw what Nice did in that last game, and double Robo Disruptor. Also, I'll make Templar Archives. Also, I'll build Cannon Battery. He'll get every piece of tech and like just turtle if he thinks you're going to go aggressive into him. So it's very hard to break that.
And it really is, it's amazing to me that Nice managed to get so much, to buy so much, and to not get punished for it. But I guess, you know, you're defending, you don't overextend, and you just have complete mastery of the matchup. That's fine. It's all good. And in the bottom left here, from the Good Game Gaming, it is Nice.
And his opponent, the underdog in the top right in the red. He is a very, very good player, but he has a very important match here. If he could win this and turn it around, it would be huge. It's Rex. All right, so third base at the front for Rex, and it's going to be a standard expand behind this. Nice does love to not let you take the expansion that you might want to. Makes it awkward for you, and that, of course, leads into that trademark Adept Oracle play, just making it uncomfortable right from the get-go.
Yeah, you're not wrong. All right. Just going to unpack this game here and have a little bit of a gander, see what we're doing. We can see, once again, the quick probe from Nice. Every Zerg in the chat right now that plays, I mean, at the higher levels for sure, it happen a lot. You just don't bother fighting for that natural when that early probe comes across. You just go and take the 3rd spot. It's good to see nothing's changed.
Or pull 7 drones and then just kill the pylon, you know? We'll
or
fine.
do that. You know, the world is your oyster. Play ladder games so you want to play it. Don't listen to me.
Don't listen to Maynard, guys. He's an idiot.
What does he know?
What does he know? Ooh, Zergling will get some damage. Bit of a boost on the creep. Stargate goes down behind this. Of course, Warpgate was delayed, and it will be added in now in a moment. Second Adept is on the way. Are we going to see Chrono on the second Adept for Nice, or is he going to do the same as last time and only Chrono 1, I wonder? So,
I'll keep an eye on it. I love the addition of the you know, you mentioned it in actually our first game of the whole broadcast like hours ago, but the player cam in the minimap. Very cool.
Yeah, it's very nice. You can, of course, if you look closely, see where the red area is Rex's camera. Blue is, of course, Nice. And
it'd be confusing if it was the other way around.
Yeah, well,
good
you
lane.
Know, it's StarCraft's an elite game, Maynard, for 300 IQ gamers. What better way to test that and test their hand-eye coordination and brain coordination?
We reversed the colors for the minimap player vision. People are like, why? That's really obtuse and doesn't make sense. And you're like, nah, because our fans are smart enough to know the difference.
Some call it gatekeeping. We call it, you know, just making sure that certain standards are met.
It's like, you know, I was like recently finished Elden Ring, and I'm just like, why is the story so obtuse and weird and hard to digest? And it's like, you know, we're too intelligent to just give you the story right up front. You need to scrape and claw for the storyline in this weird video game. Like, oh, okay. All right, FromSoft.
I love it, man. Nothing like a creepy person sitting next to a bonfire just making weird cryptic comments, dude.
Yeah.
It's a good way of storytelling.
Oracle gonna get that drone there.
Oh,
You've been playing a bit, haven't you? Gets the kill. I remember being like, oh, I wish that these games weren't just like a really desolate, like sort of post-apocalyptic wasteland where there's only like 6 people. There's like never any people around.
That's what I love, man.
Yeah, but then I thought, like, do I want a city filled with FromSoft NPCs? Probably not.
Yeah, dude. I mean, there's a reason why they all killed each other, and this is all that's left, right?
They'd all just be talking weirdly and laughing at every second line. I'm like, oh, this isn't right. Third Oracle popping out now for Nice, and you know, Rex had that first lane get in and have a bit of a look, but Nice is shutting things down at the front door. Twilight Council and Forge going down for him on the other side of the map.
Ooh, okay. It does leave that one a little open.
Oh, that's a lot of drone damage.
Yeah, 4 drones. I mean, this is fine if he keeps everything else rolling well enough, but that's the big thing, right? There's damage, and then there's damage to a player who's already a little behind, which is what happened last game, I think. 1 drone. Oh, that's stasis.
That's
barely.
unlucky.
It's that thick booty, you know, barely. The thick queen does get caught by that. Scouts to follow up. I mean, you see this is a stock standard follow up. It's going to be the exact same thing as last game. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Nice is going to do the 4 gas blink stalker, probably into the fast 4th base. And these Zerglings do get cleaned up with ease. So for Rex, do you try something different? Yeah, he's going German Taxi, mate. Overlord Speed's on the way. I think he might go German Taxi. He's building Zerglings, which he's going to use for like vision and probing, I think. And then I think we'll see roaches behind that.
Popular European Zerg strategy. I like it.
Oh, 2 more queens. Okay, yeah. I guess he needs queens to inject behind. He's still droning a little bit, though. Interesting.
Oh, that's dead Oracle.
Oh, not bad. The Oracle's really dangerous to lose them at this point because you do kind of need them to help with the D. The Roaches are finally starting up. So, yeah, I do think Rex is going to be going for this. The Dropper-Lords should have already morphed, though, at this point. So he's a little slow on that one. The fact that the queens are absent might raise alarm bells, but oh, big stasis trap in the main.
Yeah, good
you know,
catch
it's not crazy. It's not as bad as losing drones. 4th base is on the way right now. The queens are walking. Oh, he's just going to drop the creep. He's not doing the dropper lords. That's going to take a lot longer. He's also not walking across the creep, Maynard. Oh no! Ah!
Pig is going full Kermit right now. That's how you know he's really lost his mind. He's not screaming. He's going Kermit. He's turned green. He's become a felt puppet.
Oh, it hurts, Maynard. All the queens are off creep. It's going to take him like 5 minutes to get there, bro. Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah. This is,
well, it still might work because he's done everything else really well. He's got a lot of roaches and ravagers, but of course, Nice. He's still probing. Does Nice not realize what's happening? I don't think he realizes.
I think you might be right, Pig. Doesn't look like he's a prepared Protoss, that's for damn sure. Not like in game 1. He was super ready for the attack from Rex in that game. This time, he is just dancing right now, just getting those Stalkers as far away from the Zerg as he can, which leaves the 3rd Nexus wide open, and the Natural is next now with his Queens arriving finally.
Oh, man, this is actually wild. The Ravager Ling attack. He doesn't even rally roaches at all. No roach speed. It's pure Ravager Ling. He's going to try and bile down that pylon, and that will depower. Oh, there's one more pylon in the back. It's not GG. There's more Stalkers coming in. And remember, there could be a battery overcharge in a little while. Yeah, there's not that big of a rally. There's no roaches with roach speed coming in behind us, you know? This is still very close, but all those Ravagers are doing a lot.
Oh, yeah, the Ravagers getting some serious damage down there. They get rid of the robotics facility. No hope of getting an Immortal out here for Nice, but it's a little bit too far-fetched of a building to keep up at the moment, and an Immortal's just way too expensive to get at the moment. Blink Stalker's coming back to the shield battery. The 3rd Nexus still quite vulnerable as the Lings move to engage those Stalkers in between the minerals here. Zealots being moved in.
4th is mining. 4th is mining as well this whole time, right? So he's still on 3 bases. Mining is nice because he's actually transferred workers to the top left. So he's actually got a bigger income than it appears at first hand. Cybercore's down, so he can only make Zealots, and that's, of course, not good for him, but the reinforce, no roach speed, only being able to reinforce Zerglings. I feel like Rex, he's got to go pedal to the metal and kill this 3rd and do some more damage, but he's already dawdled, and he lost quite a lot of queens without transfusing earlier. He did transfuse eventually. There we go, some nice transfuses going down as well. Ling's getting the surround. This is where the damage is happening.
The Stalker's falling back to this Nexus over here, and this might be the first that Rex has noticed that 9 o'clock is mining.
Yeah. Still hasn't killed any of the bases. I mean, Rex is trying to make sure he wins the fight, but it's kind of awkward. There's a Void Ray and Oracles here. The Ravager Ling is going to go in and try to take down some of these batteries and so on. But what a wild game, Maynard. He started droning behind this as Rex and taking a fourth because he's missed so many injects behind this, as you do when you pull every queen across the map.
Of course.
And he's trying to now rally it up and stuff. He's still got a giant army advantage, though. He's like half drones, half units production. Still trying to pick things off. Nice, defending like a champ. But he is trying to get out of a very hard position.
He's about to get that creep tumor there. No, actually loses the revelation on it. It's just one shot in that tumor. Hey, that's a lot of ravages, my god.
A lot of battery healing, though, and more battery overcharge keeps coming up. That's the thing, right? Why you want to kind of use your tempo because of that battery overcharge. So you don't want to be fighting into it. So yeah, go and drop the biles, pull back. Haha, round 2, Maynard.
Here they come. Feels like the Overlords should be making a bit more of a highway, no? Oh, they're not going through the highway. They're just...
Yeah, the Queens are rallying. The creep went on completely the wrong path this game. But you know what? I don't think it matters. Rex's push up against the greedy 4th base is nice. And he will be shutting it down. This is what happens when, like I said, it's dangerous to use all 3 oracles to just dive in and drop stasis traps and dive mineral lines. You also cannot drop creep on that bridge. That's an uncreepable area, which is why that's the one place where dropping it doesn't actually help out. But the Mass Roach Ravager will cascade in, and the Stalkers just cannot hang on.
Yeah. It's looking like Rex has finally done it. It wasn't clean. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't surgical. But it looks like he is going to take map 2 here. It's the Queens taking a bit of a break and letting their children do the work. The Roaches and Ravagers pulling back on that creep and continuing to shave into the gateway count. Nexus at the 3rd getting lower and lower and lower as seconds move along here. More and more Zerg units rolling in.
Kicks in now for the upgrade. And
dead Nexus.
Yeah, the Queens will take out, or at least push back the Void Rays temporarily. Obviously could pull to that top left as well. Trapped in a real long micro fight here is Rex.
3 voids. 3
but,
voids.
Yeah, man, those voids outgunning the Queens at this point. Oh, Biles landing on the Stalkers, though. Definitely some mistakes going down for Nice. And still just Queens, Roaches, Ravages, Queens, Roaches, Ravages. Nice is going to get overwhelmed. Just pedal to the metal for Rex. Great play by him. As this base loses mining, that is huge.
Yep. That was the X factor for Nice. Oh, loses a Void Ray to the Bile and kills the Pylon as the Warpins came in.
Nice play by the Zerg. Of course, Nice not happy about the play, as he did get caught out, but he did the exact same build as game 1, so a little predictable from him, and these sort of attacks are common. That's why at a certain point in the game, past about 6 minutes, you've got to always have at least one Oracle, I feel, looking out specifically to see if they're doing a build like this. You've really got to check for it constantly. These pushes are still deadly, and Protoss players are kind of treating it like it's not, so definitely something you've got to watch for. Rex getting the punish off this game.
Yeah, the patch has made it so that the Queens can't transfuse off creep, but you can bring the creep to the Protoss.
A little wasteful with these units away from the creep and the Queens. Lots of Ravages going down, kind of unnecessarily. Yep. But there should be another round of Queens marching forwards once again off creep, I think. Wait, he's repowered them. Oh, he's repowered them. All right.
We did it.
You know, he's made him the classic. Oh,
and they're back.
Never mind. Dude, you could. They're the people. You like, all right, we've got 2 paths to the destination. One is through this dark forest and there's bloody, weird, creepy howls and noises. The other one's through a bloody sunny glade with butterflies. Queens will always go down the dark, bloody forest with like evil friggin' sounds and snarls and clear, ominous music that like comes on magically whenever you step in that direction. Queens are not very smart. They will always go the wrong way.
Of course. As is tradition. Oh man. Okay, 9 o'clock. Gonna go down finally to the Lings. Nice does not have the units to split to stop this from happening.
Told you Nice doesn't want to lose the game. He's like, I'm gonna kill your lair just because. I'm gonna get in here, I'm gonna kill your lair.
Like I'm down nearly 70 army supply, but I'm gonna make this happen.
Yeah. And when we say make this happen, we mean add 2 minutes to the game. He's definitely getting hammered out of this one, mate. He's just fighting from behind, showing the experience, making it as difficult as possible for Rex. When you're the underdog and your favorite opponent just refuses to die like this, it can be very frustrating. You're like, dude, die. But Nice does not die easy. He's basically Bruce Willis. It's Christmas. And
this is Nakatomi Plaza. Yep.
Exactly.
Damn, Void Ray still getting some work done over there at that hatchery, but it's not long for this world. Rex has a 80 supply lead in army now, and that's just in army.
At this point, Rex is like, come on, man, I'm not going to lose from there, bro. Nice is like, yeah, I'm going into Disruptors. You just wait, man.
I mean, it's a tournament match, so you can't like tell Nice. If this was a ladder game, I think Rex would be like, you know, start typing question marks in the chat.
I wouldn't mind him for it now, but there we go. He's got the Robo, goes down for the second time, and this is just great play by Rex. A good way to punish this sort of greedy play. And now Nice has got something to worry about, so you don't have to worry about him being as greedy in game 3. He'll probably play a little safer.
Mm-hmm. I like where Rex's head at, where his head's at. Like, it didn't work in game 1. It worked in game 2 eventually, but just to be aggressive, to be in the face of Nice.
Timing attacks
to make him guess.
Yeah, it's a good way to play, man. Oh, man. I love that he's still microing this. Nice is like, you gonna retake my natural now? This is amazing. He's still microing oracles and void rays around. What a legend.
I was gonna say, if the Nexus could be lifted off, I think he's about to send it to the corner of the map.
Yeah. Oh, all right. So I thought it was gonna be a German taxi, but what do we call that one anyway? Where you the creep carpet, the
Taiwanese highway. I don't know.
Taiwanese highway. It's like one of those you know, those bridges that they just like deploy instantly in the military. One of those like little fold out ones or whatever.
Oh yeah,
just, yeah.
I mean, what was it? What was the Stormlight? Is it Stormlight that had the bridge gang? Stormlight.
Oh yeah, the bridge gang.
Yep.
Bridge gang build. All right.
It's a no closer bond than a bridge gang in that universe.
Yeah, you got to breach the help bridge the chasms, man. As a group together under the enemy arrow fire. Well, these queens unfortunately decided to walk in the wrong direction, but eventually you got it going despite it. The funny thing is with a build like this, if their oracles aren't sitting at home saving up energy, you really don't need queens, right, Maynard? Like at all.
Nah.
Right?
Nah.
Even if they come home, there's like an oracle with 50 energy. It's like, I've been thinking about this more and more, and it was actually a Dark won a game up against Trap on Berlingrad, where he did, on paper, the worst attack I've ever seen in my life. It was like 6 minutes with like 10 roaches and some zerglings, and Trap just rolled over and died because it was like, what is this attack? Like, you can't do this. I have oracles. And Dark was like, I don't care. Your oracles didn't see me moving across. I'm in your base before the oracles even get home. Like, I'm just going to kill you. And it seemed like such an inefficient build, but that's the thing is Protoss players, I think, are a little bit too greedy right now on these big maps especially, right? I think they're a bit more aware on the small maps. On the big maps, though, they're playing very greedy. I like Rex mixing that in. That was a really nice play.
Yeah, very well done. And, you know, no 2-0. Hell yeah, I'm going to get into a game 3 here between Nice and Rex. In fact, you know, if something like this works again for Rex, it's going to have a pretty big upset to start off the group stages, I think.
Oh, yeah. That would be very cool. Obviously, Nice did the same thing 2 games in a row. Pretty much the exact same strategy. So we get to see, is he just going to do it and just keep the oracles back a bit more defensive, scouting, that sort of thing? Because if he got his units together, wasn't probing up and actually realized what was happening, he'd definitely be in a decent spot. So far, the one problem for Rex is he showed 2 strategies that are both very weak to disruptors: Roach Hydra push and Roach Queen push. So this does give Nice a path to go, how about I just add disruptors pretty early and I'll be safe versus all his attacks. That's an option, and that's why the 300 IQ play is, of course, to go Mutalisks. Unless we realize, I think it's Berlingrad actually, so it's a really tiny map. You can't play Mutas here.
Or can you? Because it doesn't make sense, Pig.
And sometimes when it doesn't make sense, it does make sense.
You're not thinking like a cheeser right now.
Oh my god.
And the top left from Good Game Gaming. He's too much of a good gamer to game that way. This is nice.
No, nice. Down here in the bottom right side of the map, he is a bad ass. This red Zerg player, it is Rex.
Rex got the good song. This one's my favorite.
Heck yeah. Playing for onside gaming, of course. Gets a point on the board. One more to go out of this group in first place.
This track reminds me of Gunship. Time Cop 1983. Those Synthy bands, bringing the 80s sounds to the 2020s.
That's cool. I like it. Getting some nostalgia vibes in there. And speaking of nostalgia, maybe some nostalgia strats. Maybe here on Berlingrad, Ling Flood drone pull. Straight
oh please, I'm here for it.
Something crazy, Rex. Show us what you got, son.
Show me what you got. Core into Nexus.
Time to impress, mate. There are a lot of big heads floating out there in Twitch chat, looking down upon this Berlingrad planet, and they're like, yeah, you know, get swifty, slide some strats in, mate, see exactly what you can surprise your opponent with. So far, all signs point to Rex playing a very normal build, though. And same thing with Nice, who, I guess, what are some other ways you can take advantage of a guy who you know is going to go adept into Stargate? Actually, it's Berlingrad. He might play Twilight here. He might actually keep the Warp Gate. It's a good map for it.
Time will tell. He's just spent money on something. All right, the Ling's being fanned out here and having a look. I'm watching the gas count come in here for Nice. It looks like it's going to line up with the Twilight if you wanted to go for it.
Yeah, he chronoed 2 adepts, so immediate aggression coming across. And this is why that third base I find so scary.
Oh, it's going to be Stargate.
I guess it's the delayed Stargate, the double adept into the delayed Stargate. Interesting to see here.
Okay.
And, already getting a drone. Nope, good gas extractor trick to save that. 6 Lings are on the way right now for Rex. It's looking okay, but there's a second adept coming in here as well. These 3 Zerglings do get pushed back. Stargate is on the way behind this. The Queen in the main not doing her duty. Oh, someone called drone services right now. Bit of negligence going on.
I thought that adept was going to get 2 drones there. She should escape. It'll be low hit point, but yeah, she's out of there.
Oh, is she though?
She's gone back in. She's bloodthirsty.
Okay.
Ling, once again, just like the game 2 of Rex, getting in the main and having a great old gander.
Yep. Lings go for the chase down, won't be able to get it. And yeah, I mean, if you could have hidden some sort of Ling Flood, it might have been devastating because of how aggressive Nice was. But then again, there's so few gaps in scouting. Those Adepts get across here so early. Adepts going to the main to clean up the Zerglings, and that means he's going to go after the Stalker, but that shield battery should be in the nick of time. Stalker's just going to stand its ground. Lings fall back and going up to 4 Queens behind it. Now, Rex has been a bit better with his spore timing this game. He's actually really cutting it fine, building them late. And I like that because you want to get out drones, overlords, and rely on just the Queens early. 2 Queens in a mineral line, easy defense and Oracle if you're well positioned. So I really like the setup for him. He does need to be careful about the transfer, though. The rally is in danger.
Certainly is. Oracle showing up to the natural now, and there's the Adepts on the left side. He missed them.
Oh, we didn't see them as well, and he doesn't have that many Zerglings. That's like 5 Adepts. They could do a fair bit of damage. Don't move out with those Zerglings. Oh my god, he needs more Lings right now. Rex is definitely looking to be in a very dangerous spot. The Adepts dive into the third. Uh-oh, here we go. And the Lings are going to try to come back. The drone's running away, but once again, we do see Nice ability to come in from these surprising angles. And Rex, maybe those Overlords could have been positioned a little bit better to see these Adepts. You know, he was really focusing on vision in the middle of the map.
Ooh,
that's why the flank was so good. Yeah, this is really nice play. Nice, man. He doesn't let you play your game. He gets in your face. He's happy to take a later third. The Adepts are going to shade on out of there. And right now, Rex is massing Zerglings on 35 workers. Not a position you want to be as a Zerg player.
Oh, most certainly not. Going to even get a Ling before shading back. Just 3 Oracles on the right side now for Nice. And this is a brutal amount of Oracle to deal with for Rex. At least in the natural, if there's one spot where the 3 Oracles should not attack, it is here. Oh my god. That thing's 1 hit point.
Rotorn almost finished. Forge is on the way. More drones building right now. All right, what have we got over here? It looks like Ling's just hanging out. I mean, this feels like Nice wants to do the exact same thing, but just going to be a bit more cautious with the Oracles. OV speed for Rex. Signs of him wanting to do the same thing. Rematch of the exact same build. I mean, this map's way stronger for the build. The Queens will not derp out on this map, so I actually would not mind that same build order for Rex here. And I think it's really tough and Nice to hold if he goes for the 4th base. But if he actually gets his wall pins going earlier, he should be safe.
I'm with you on that one. So a few of the Oracles are also getting muscled back by the Phoenix, which I like a lot. But it could just play into the complacency here of Nice, where he's like, oh, I killed the Overlords, I'm fine. And then suddenly, you know, a flock of them arrive from the Zerg side of the map and set up another highway.
Oracle is going to stasis trap the 4th base. It's a nice way of Nice just making sure Rex doesn't get a 4th for free. And, well, Cannon goes up at the 3rd as well. Nice is a little behind on the workers, so it looks like Rex... Oh, Roach Swarm Host would also be great, right? Infestation Pit goes down as well as an Evo. I'd love to see that. A couple of sentries come out. Very cute.
He showed his hand.
It's a fake Overlord push. It's actually a real push from Nice, though, I think. So This is a really funny situation because Rex is going over 66 drones. He's just making roaches. Nice pushing in here would be very ambitious. He doesn't have a prism. It really feels like a fake out.
Yeah, once an overextension, then he can surround and punish. Just get a good trade. I don't think Nice is taking the bait. He's pulled back to the 3rd Nexus, letting the Oracles do their work on the other side of the map. Once again, just gunning down those drones, getting 4 of them, and then piecing out. Oh, going for the safe sword. This is ambitious. All right. I like that.
Yeah, one thing is that Rex really likes to pull all of his queens together. But, you know, he's got to be cautious because no queens on those mineral lines means those 3 Oracles can find a lot of damage. 5 Swarm Hosts are building right now. Rex does not need a lot of workers for this style. He just needs to get up like 10, 12, 13 Swarm Hosts and just start sieging down Nice. Now, that's best against non-Blink styles because Blink Stalkers are mobile, but I actually think it's surprisingly good versus Blink Stalkers. The pros will always say no. Blink Stalkers are too mobile. They can intercept the Swarm Hosts. But if you get a good first wave, I mean, you can make so much happen with this style.
It looks like the 6 o'clock's going to go down to the Oracles. Not a whole lot that Rex can do about that.
Ooh, Hallucination
Swarm
sees it.
Yeah, they saw the Swarm Host as they popped on out. Oh. So 12 o'clock actually got killed there by Nice. He's picked off the Poopin' Overlord.
Gonna clear up that area. Okay, yeah, moving out onto the map. He knows he can't let these locusts launch into his base. So Nice is coming out to greet him. It's where you got to go back into Mass Roach Ravager production as Rex. Now, normally the problem with Roach Ravager is the Protoss sits at their static and doesn't let you fight. They defend choke points. The thing is, if they don't come out in the open, they can't defend the Swarm Hosts. So the Swarm Hosts almost act like bait. If they do defensive, Swarm Hosts get big damage on the economy. If they come out into the middle of the map, your Roach Ravager does pretty well here, but you got to be careful. You can't be throwing those Swarm Hosts away. Ooh, gets a Stalker and a few Zealots to start, but good force fields. Nice effectively just kind of basically deals with one wave of locusts with minimal losses.
All right, a bit of a choke point here. Good force fields. Good force fields scooping into those roaches. Bringing back the Oracles now. Just going to right-click on that Ravager and take it down easy peasy, no problem. There's a Swarm Host coming into the natural now with the Locusts, though.
Oh, those Swarm Hosts could get big damage there. There's a cannon and a battery, but if they quickly focus fire, they could do some huge damage. Or if they hold position in the mineral line is another great way to do it. Goes after the Disruptor. Okay, very cute. Gets a Zealot, but oh, 4th base gets cancelled again here. Rex unable to get that 4th base up. Has to try and keep these Locusts going aggressive, but Nice is already above 150 supply. Getting close to 160. Colossus, which will roast the Locusts so quickly. Rex is running out of time. He's got to get moving. He's got to start trading with this army, but the sentries of Nice and the movement's been so good.
Well, 12 o'clock's looking like the focus again here for Rex. Gets the cancel on the Nexus. Swarm Host retreating back to creep here. Nice is trying to get any ground back here against Rex. I was going to say a Zealot run by. Does that count? I guess it's technically Zealots and they're technically running by. There's just 2 of them though. Yeah,
just a pair of Zealots looking for some drone kills. Take out a few of them, but at the end of the day, it's totally fine. That nice Zergling deny from Rex. Rex is going up the guts. Swarm Host! So no, watch out!
All right, they're going to shoot out the Locusts to defend here.
That's not what you want. You really want to be getting these fights going on your terms, but Nice is forcing him to fight head on. And notice how the Locusts aren't really achieving anything. Just baits him into overcharge, doesn't lose any units. Nice! So technical, so clean.
Yeah, man, this guy is cool and calculated. Cool as a cucumber. Extended Thermal Lance, nearly done here. +2 attack on the way for the Zerg, but is that going to help too much? It looks like he's going to lose quite a few units. Disrupted Nova fires forward. Cancel on that, not quite connecting there with the Swarm Hosts.
Roach is fighting really well. Rex is doing really well with the Roaches. Like I said, the whole thing is the Swarm Host, that kind of his bait. He's going Hive and Hydra, and he wants to go Lurker Viper as the follow-up. The Roach Ravager Swarm Host is still going to do all right here. The Locusts go in, and the Roaches come in from behind. Great angle for Rex, but big ball.
The ball comes to the backside, not as big a ball as potentially could have been. And as a result, looks like Rex is going to launch pad further a little bit here and pick off some big expensive units.
But it does slow down towards the tail end of that trade. Rex needs to rebuild the roaches. Nice is relentless. Nice up in his business right now. Remember that Rex does not have a huge economy, so catching those units seems good, but when you're on only 57 workers, it is still tough to finish this game off. Rex rebuilding queens right now. Not sure if he lost all of his queens or what, because I feel like queens are the last thing you want in this situation. I guess they're tanky. Maybe you just want tanks while the Ravagers do the damage. He's just looking to survive right now. Is a Rex any way to spend that mineral bank? He hasn't been hitting his injects, and that is a big problem. The big bank for Rex finally starting to get chewed through.
Indeed. Swarm host starting to do their magic. Right-clicking on that disruptor. No, not quite getting at the laser beams. Keep it alive. Roach and Ravager just still trying to shave into that gateway count. Doing an all right job of it too. And nice just trying to set the bastion here. No, not really.
They're good versus the Locusts, but they're not good versus the Roaches, really. So it's kind of like a funny thing. And their range is great, sure. So they do chip away from afar, but a couple Swarm hosts going down is big. Swarm hosts are the renewable resource that Rex needs to keep up. And he's actually got a hive, but he's rebuilding Swarm hosts. He needs Vipers right now. He needs to just be building Vipers and Roaches and nothing else. It's all about winning these fights. Colossus in trouble. Two Colossus go down. Balls are zoning out, but Swarm host on the right side as well. Rex taking some awesome fights here. He gets the Colossus, almost gets a Disruptor, but not quite. Still a gateway on the bottom left side. I can't believe Nice has a gateway there. He's just been constantly sieging this base with Zealots. It is probably time for a round of drones. Rex has a big, massive 2x army supply lead. But I think Nice is saying, cool, now let's just make sure I turtle up and survive, do some Zealot run-bys while I transition into an army that beat yours. And Rex, he's got to get the Vipers out. Like, Vipers hard count Nice's entire army. If he can get 4 Vipers out, it's game over.
Yeah, Lurker Den done now. Does have access to that unit at least, and that thing can be quite scary. Nice, still on the defensive, still on his corner of the map here. Really feels like he hasn't been able to get a whole lot of ground. Yeah,
the Locust Ravager.
The Locust is going to run out here. I'm not sure they're going to get anything.
Yeah, the army was coming forward, so he threw those Locusts to kind of zone the army, but was a bit slow to capitalize on this base. Roaches do split in the mineral line, but they're not going to get much damage up there. You can see the Roach Ravager now trying to move to that right side. Queens are trying to still control in the middle of the map. Vipers, there we go. They're starting up. They might be a little too late, though. If Nice goes to Templar Archives and Storm, he's going to really dominate. But if he doesn't get that up, the Vipers could take out all of his power units.
Yeah, indeed. I'm very, very worried for Nice if these Vipers hit the field, and they will. And they, of course, you know, they have to hit the field, and then they have to get juiced up. Once they're juiced, the juice hits the caboose, and then it's very, very scary for the Protoss.
Swarm host being used just head on defensively. Disruptors do have to throw their shots out, but a few Disruptors go down, at least 1 or 2. Still a very scary ball, though. Oh, the Vipers are at the front. Oh!
The Novas! Not bloody bad. Good damage. And also 13 drones dying to the Zealot run by here at the 3rd hatchery.
Oh, it feels like Rex army control groups got messed up there. He was controlling everything so well. You could kind of see that he was struggling with the Vipers, the Queens, the Roaches, the Ravagers, the Swarm hosts, and they all got a bit jumbled up. And right at that moment, Nice pushed in and just dropped the Omega balls right on top of him, mate. Oh, that was astounding. Nice now just massively in the lead.
Yeah, big moves here. It looked all right for Rex there for a hot minute. You know, I'd say the last 10 minutes or so, not too bad. I was very, very worried, but now Nice starting to grab this game by the short hairs, looking extremely strong all of a sudden with those tier 3 units coming in clutch. Can Rex get the job done, though? I mean, enough Vipers, enough Lurkers. I feel like that's, you know, an extremely good comeback potential for the Zerg as far as unit comp's concerned. Will it be enough, though? I mean, maybe against a lesser player.
It's going to be tough. It's all going to be about the engagements, but now the Storm and the Stargate transition is underway. All things that are going to be really effective at this stage. Now, Locusts, if they could just get over to that side, would be huge. Oh, good Disruptor shots. Oh, clearing a lot of Lurkers. Swarmers have to be thrown defensively.
Those ones look all right, though.
Oh, my lord, man. I think enough of the Disruptors land, and Nice does lose some on the retreat, but it's okay. He's going into Storm, Sky Toss. Vipers are low on energy, and remember that Rex, the longer there's these small trades, Rex is just losing the income war because he's only on 45 drones.
Yeah.
Oh, desperate to get some damage done with the Swarm Host, but they get caught. That's the renewable resource.
That's so sad. This is when the Swarm Host fires 2 whole Locusts to save themselves. And the Blink Stalkers just gun them down at the 3 o'clock, pushing them all the way back. Zoning Disrupt the Nova's Rex desperate now, and he's losing everything to these laser balls.
Oh my god.
Full energy
Locusts.
Viper as well.
Wow. I mean, the Locusts will kill a few Stalkers with the Broodlings, but at that point, your children are doing the fighting for you. You may have already lost. Rex is down 40 supply. Blinding Cloud goes down. Stalkers do not care about that. They blink forwards. There are balls for days. The Lurkers cannot hold the line.
Yeah, this looks like it's going to be done and dusted finally. What a... oh, man, this is a bloodbath. Really entertaining ZVP, though.
Indeed. Rex playing a very cool style with the Swarm Host, and he really dragged Nice into the mud. I feel like he was just about to get in control of it as well, but if those Vipers were just a little bit earlier, this would have been a completely different game. Well played by